Hello friends, welcome back to the another video lecture of ADS subject. In today's video lecture, we are going to learn about tree or graph traversal techniques, which are BFS and DFS. I have said tree or graph. Why? Because tree is also a graph. So its traversal techniques are BFS and DFS. So that BFS and DFS means breadth first search and depth first search. You have already studied into your third semester in data and file structure subject. So here we will learn again this DFS and BFS in this chapter. So first of all, searching a graph means traversing a graph from given vertex. There are two commonly used graph searching algorithms. First is BFS, means breadth first search, and second one is DFS, means depth first search. Breadth first search. So breadth first forest is a collection of trees in which the traversal starting vertex serves as root of the first tree in such a forest. Whenever a new unvisited vertex is visited, then it is attached as a child to the vertex from which it is being reached. Okay, so this is the definition of breadth first search. This is the example of BFS. This example we will understand, and after it we can know what is BFS algorithm is. So let's start with this example. Here in this example we have a graph with A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H vertices. So there is a rule that if you have no static vertices is given in your question, then you can start with any vertices in your graph. If there is given that your starting vertex is A, then you will have to start with A. But if there is no clarification about starting vertices, then you can start from the any vertices and you can make a DFS or BFS. Okay, so we will start with A here. So for storing our visit node values, we will have here Q data structure. Okay, so here we will start with the A. So BFS said start searching from your root node and write all adjacent vertices of your node. So here our first node is A and adjacent vertices of A are B, C and D. So write that into a queue. So here our A is also available. So here our total value are A, B, C and D. All are the visit node. Here again a rule is here that you will have to add all the adjacent vertices, but there is no rule such in which manner you can write that vertices. Means here I have written A, B, C, D. Here I can also write A, C, B, D. Here I can also write A, D, B, C. Here I can also write A, D, C, B. So you have to write all the adjacent vertices, but you can write in any order. Okay, so here adjacent vertices of A is B, C, D. So we have written B, C and D. So our Q is A, B, C and D. A, B, C, D are the visited nodes. Now we have to start exploring all the nodes. So here we have written first node is B. So we have to explore node B. After exploring, we will know that from B we can go to C node, as well as from B we can go to E vertices. So C is already visited, so we will add only E into our queue. Again, if we explored B, then we have to explore another node. So after B we have written C, so we have to explore C node. So while we are exploring C node, then we can know that from C adjacent vertices are B and F. So B is already explored, so ignore it. from C we can also go to the F vertices, means adjacent vertices F is also there. So after E we can write our F here. After writing F in this Q, if we have explored B, if we have explored C, then we have to explore our third vertex, which is D. So if we explore D, then its adjacent vertices are G and H. So we will add G and H into our Q. So after exploring G and H, our B, C and D, three vertices totally explored. So after D, our E vertices is there. So explore E vertices. From E, adjacent vertices as B, that is already explored. E adjacent vertices F, already explored. Next vertices is F. From F, our adjacent vertices is C, that already visited. From F, adjacent vertices is E, that is already visited. So we have to go after F. So after F, our vertices is G. So from G, adjacent vertices are D and H. So D is already explored and H is already explored. So from G, our next vertex is H. So start exploring H. So from H, adjacent vertices are D and G, that both are visited. So this is it for this graph. We have explored all the values of this graph, and this is in that manner: A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. So this is the BFS result of this graph. Again I am repeating that here I have written A, B, C, D. In that case I have to write, in any case I can also write ACBD, I can also write ADCB, that you have to keep in mind. So this is example of BFS, breadth first search. Next is depth first search. The recursive algorithm for implementing the depth first search traversal is given here. You can know that what is this example code by learning this example. Here again we have this type of graph, same as BFS. In this type of graph, if we applying DFS technique, means depth first search technique, then again you can start with any node or you can start with the given starting node. So our given starting node is A. So our A, from A, adjacent vertices B, C and D. So from these given adjacent vertices, we have to select only one adjacent vertices. So here we will select A and after B. So here we have to explore B again. So from B we have two adjacent vertices C and E. So from both of the vertices we have to select only one vertex, which is we have selected C. You can select also E, but here we have selected C. So here our visited vertices are A, B, C. From C, adjacent vertices are B and F. So B is already visited, so we can write F as its adjacent vertices. After exploring F, we can know that F's adjacent vertices are C and E, but C is already visited, then we will write E as its adjacent vertex. Then from the step number 5, we can know that our visited nodes are A, B, C, F and E. After that, we can know that from the E, our adjacent vertices are B and F. Adjacent vertices from E is B and F. So B and F are already visited, so we have to go to the F vertices. Here from the F vertices, C and E both are visited, then we will have to go to C vertices. From C, A and B, but already A and B is visited, so we have to go to the B vertices again. From B we can know that adjacent vertices are C and E, but C and E is already visited, so we will go to the A again. From A, adjacent vertices are B, C and D, so B and C are already visited, so we will go to the D. From the D we can know that our adjacent vertices are G and H. From both the vertices we can select only one vertex, so we will select G here. You can also select H, but we have selected G here. So from A to D and D to G. From G, adjacent vertices are D and H. D is already visited, so we will write H here. So this is the DFS search technique, or we can say DFS traversal of this graph. So this is DFS sequence A, B, C, F, E, D, G and H. Okay, so this is example of DFS technique. You can write also DFS technique by a stack. First of all, this is our graph. For this graph we have to make our traversal tree, or we can say traversal list. So this is the stack. In initial stage, stack will be empty. If we select S for our starting node, then we will put S into our stack. Then we will find adjacent vertices of S, then that is A, B and C. From all the vertices we have to select only one vertex. Then we will select A. If we selected A, then we will put A into our stack, and our visited vertices are S and A. After visiting A, we can solve that our adjacent vertices of A are S and D, but S is also already visited, so we can write our D. We will put D into our stack, and our visited node are S, A and D. After it, we will start exploring D. So from the D, our adjacent vertices are B and C. So from the D we have selected B, so we will put our B into our stack, and our visited node are S, A, D and B. After selecting B, we will start exploring B. From the B, adjacent vertices are S and D. So here we can know that S and D already visited us, so our B has no unvisited nodes. In that case, we have to pop this B from the stack. So we will delete B here. After deleting B, we have D as a top. So again we will have to start from the D, that what are the adjacent vertices of D. So adjacent vertices of D are B and C, but B is already visited, so we can start from the C. So we will add C into top of stack and add into our visited nodes. So our visited node are S, A, D, B and C. From C we can know that no unvisited node remaining here, so we will pop C, and our top will be at D. From this D we can know that no visited node available from D, then we can pop this D, and our top will be at A. From A we can know that no visited node remaining, then we will pop our A, we will go to the S, and from the S no visited node remaining, then we can also pop S, then stack will be empty and our DFS list will be S, A, D, B and C. So this is also a technique for DFS. Now applications of BFS and DFS. First of all, let's check application of breadth first search. So first application of it is for finding the connected component in the graph. Second is for checking if any cycle exists in given graph or not. Third is to obtain shortest path between two vertices. Now application of DFS. First application of DFS says DFS is used for checking connectivity of graphs. Second application is for checking if any cycle exists in given graph or not. If the DFS forest does not have back edge, then the graph is said to be acyclic. DFS is used to find articulation point. Here, acyclic, it says if the DFS forest does not have any back edge. So here we have pop B and we go to the D again. So this is the back edge. So here cycle is happening. If this type of process is not occur, then that will be acyclic. Okay, so these are the applications of BFS and DFS. If you like this video, then like, comment and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Thank you, friends.